Welcome everyone, I'm Josh Cooper. One question we hear often, do I still need life insurance as I get older? And the answer really depends on your personal situation. Today we're going to talk about why people keep coverage and what it can help with and things you should consider before making that decision. So why do some people think they no longer need life insurance? A lot of people think that once they reach the end of their term coverage or they're no longer employed, that life insurance doesn't serve a purpose. If their kids are grown or if they're retired now, they have no need for it. But I would challenge that idea because life insurance has a lot of value that people don't realize. It's not always just a death benefit. Number one, the death benefit alone does help cover final expenses. So everybody is going to incur final expenses. We recommend permanent life insurance over going down to a funeral home and prepaying because the dollar for dollar amount you're going to get with life insurance is going to exceed what you actually get when you do a prepaid pre-need burial plan. We've seen that, we've done the comparison. It's often you end up paying more than the value you're getting when you go to a funeral home and do one of their pre-need, pre-set up plans. More than just final expenses though, permanent insurance often comes with additional benefits such as cash value growth, living benefits for cancer, heart attack, chronic, critical, and terminal illness that are accessible to the face amount in your time of need. A couple products we like with a larger face amount, you may have a face amount of, I'll just give you an example, 100,000 to 500,000. And in a permanent product, if you were to experience chronic, critical, or terminal illness, you can access this face amount, a lot of times up to 80 to 90% of it while you're alive to help with bills that come in. What do you mean? Well, cancer, heart attack, and stroke fall under the critical illness portion. What is a chronic illness? Chronic would be something that prevents you from being able to perform 2 out of your 6 daily living activities. So if you end up with dementia, Alzheimer's, or unable to perform your activities of daily living, you now have a big pool of tax-free money that you can use to maintain the way of life or pay for assistance that can help in addition to potentially your assets, right? So you're not having to spend down your assets and so forth. So life insurance not only covers final expenses, not only is it tax-free, but there's also a ton of living benefits built into it. And so we believe that not only is it a great way to pass legacy down to our family members or protect our spouse, but it actually can benefit you while you're alive. We often get asked, what expenses should my family prepare for when it comes to final expenses or even why I would need life insurance in general? The primary ones are going to be burial and cremation. So burial has a lot of expenses associated with it. We're talking about a casket, flower arrangements, renting a funeral home, the transportation aspect, depending if people want to be buried in a different area, as well as opening a vault, opening a gravesite, headstone. There's a lot of things that come into play with that, which results in a cost of, on average, $15,000 to $18,000. Now, if you had the ability to take that money and go prepay for everything, having the ability doesn't mean it's the best decision. Normally, you can get a very inexpensive policy to cover this and much more and keep that money in your bank account or in your investments so it can grow for you. So understanding the expenses are not just your final expenses, but there's also a cost to a family when a spouse passes away because the loss of income. So losing income is something most people don't prepare for. And when there's a loss of income in a household, there has to be lifestyle changes. It's potentially, we're gonna have to downsize our house. We may have to move. We may have to cut out, sell a car. And if we're forced into a financial decision with our back against the wall, it often leads to people being taken advantage of or not maximizing the return they could have gotten. Life insurance protects this and buys you the time or your family members the time without the financial pressure. That's why we believe every senior should have permanent coverage in place. One of the biggest mistakes we see people make when reviewing their policies is not understanding three simple things we go over. Number one, we need to know the type of coverage, okay? So when you're reviewing your policy, depending on the type of coverage is going to tell you, is your policy going to last forever or for a certain period of time? Number two, do you have enough coverage? You say, well, Josh, what do you mean? Well, as we get older and as time goes on, the cost of things go up. So knowing that the price of things goes up naturally with inflation, if I bought a policy 20 years ago and it met the needs then, it may not be sufficient now. So I need to review, do I have the right type? Do I have enough coverage? And then the third part, this just helps your pocket. Are you overpaying? In a competitive market, there's a lot of products that could be the same type for the same value, but have a different premium. Working with a brokerage where we have access to over 30 different carriers allows us to shop for you based off of your health, your age, and your need to make sure you always have the most competitive option. We educate you to make sure you have the right type, make sure you have enough coverage for your need and your goals, and make sure you're never overpaying for that permanent policy. Getting into a plan whenever you're younger and healthier is always going to make sure that this is at the lowest it can be. So we always want to review our life insurance policies as soon as we can. There's an old saying, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time was today. If we could go back in time, we would help every 40-year-old get permanent coverage. So that way when they're 65, they have a really great rate locked in for a great face amount. However, now that it's time to have that discussion about your health and life insurance needs, we want to make sure you understand the importance and that we present you with the best option available. If this video resonates with you and you're unsure about your current coverage, the primary thing I would do is get in contact with somebody at our office so we can educate you on the different types and do a free, no-cost policy review for you. Life insurance is not a one-size-fits-all decision. The important thing is understanding what you have and why you have it, whether it still fits your needs today or whether it's outdated. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.